Hello and welcome to the new NeuroCloud main event. It is related to the main story, as I figured out by now. It has the name Entropic Dichotomy. As we know that this dude here did betray us in the last chapter and actually attacked us with Entropics himself. Yeah, so she did one of the top 10 gacha game betrayals, I guess you can call it like this. But also, as I see, he has some family members. There are a couple of, if you watch on the thumbnail, you can see there are like 5 of those Sanctifier. So it is related to the Sanctifiers and Entropics. My guess is at best is that it was like some hidden plan from this dude to make some change in democracy, and he just betrayed all the Sanctifiers. Also, Eosphoros is here too. Echo of Fate. Answer the distant call and tread the long, dusty road. Warning, anomalous data intrusion detected. Oh, Anna. Where? We spotted after all? That's a great Sanctifier for you. Even hacking a mere NeuroCloud fragment of his is so tricky. Activating clearing system. Error Z01. Module lost. Error Z58. Module lost. Unable to connect to NeuroCloud core. Something is wrong with the data flow in the black hole. Oh no, Antonida, cut the connection now. It's too late. The fragment alert program has logged into us. Searching for security app. No running elimination program. Target detected. Quantity 3. 3 of us. We meet Anna, Persicaria, and there's one more. There's unknown NeuroCloud approaching. Look out! Professor, hold on to me. And the third are us. It can't be helped. All we can do is locked out now. Professor? Error. Program target error. Connecting. Target detected. Quantity 1. Error. NeuroCloud core detected. Remaining integrity 27%. Ignoring error. No transferring control permissions. Professor did another one. Saved the day. The fragment warning towels overlapped in the churning flow of data, turbulenced, and my body is tossed around in the black hole like a leaf in a whirlpool. By the time I come to my senses, there is nobody else around me, only an oppressive external pressure that crashes down on my body and makes it difficult to stabilize from my form. Suddenly, a soft sensation travels up my wrist and exhales just a little bit of force, enough to guide me into a relatively stable region of the data environment. Persicaria? Antonina? If you seek the 2 NeuroClouds that entered these data fragments with you, they are no longer here. They have already locked out. My strength is only sufficient to stabilize you. So I had to resort to this inferior alternative. My apologies. The gentle voice sounds tired, and the effect of the riptide gradually fades away. My vision returns to normal, and a familiar form comes into view. That's the form where we see in the entertainment city. Eos? Oh, I'm honored that you could address me so precisely. Oh my, Professor, your face seems to be saying, oh no, the worst has come to pass. She is actually like the one we're trying to defeat, and we kind of don't like her, at least the male version of her. Still, you are certainly calm enough. It seems my plan to deal with a harsh interrogation has gone to waste. Eosphoros. What do you want, Eosphoros? That's what we think the big angel dude was, the Sanctifier dude was called Eosphoros. You are not Eosphoros, who are you? Was there a need to specifically take this form, Eosphoros? Let's ask about the form, because I'm still skeptical. Things being what they are now, is there a need for you to appear in form of me like this? Or did you always have a fetish for cross-dressing? Oh, did Eosphoros use my form to interact with you in the past? Could I be glad that he still remembers me? Oh, I see. It looks like it's Eosphoros' sister? Or frightened that he anticipated even this. Pardon me, I ought to introduce myself. I am not Eosphoros, but a former greater sanctifier, Eos. Perhaps this is my only chance to help you correct a mistake Eosphoros has made. Even so, why should I trust you? Do you realize I can't choose to log out immediately to ensure my own safety? Where did we even got? Like, where are we right now? In some base layer? Eos make a show of being perplexed and deep in thoughts, but it fades immediately after the data realm rambles around us. What a terrible place for conversation. I wanted to speak with you at greater length, and this is such a rare opportunity, but it seems I will have to simplify things. You have triggered Eosphoros' defense mechanisms. In order to speak with you, I transferred control permissions over said mechanism to me. Like you said, you can log out at any time. She looks very surprised. That being the case, why not listen to my proposal, Professor? You won't lose anything by hearing me out, will you? Even if you are not Eosphoros himself, you don't have a reason to help us, do you? The last time we trusted a Sanctifier, it did not go well. Oh, Professor. By the way, how do you know us? Eos narrows her eyes, and for the first time, a wisp of danger suffused her slender form. I know you cannot bring yourself to trust me right away, but I want to stop Eosphoros more than anyone else. Yeah, please do that. Do it. I want to be here PG, but this him is bad. The air of danger fades away, and she resumes her normal, even temperament. The current Eosphoros is like an angel, bereft of a sense of gratitude and awe. Adrift at the cloud server. To think the leader of Sanctifiers would be reduced to this state? Oh, lamentable. To think. That's why I have to stop Eosphoros, as his former comrade. Are you comrades, not like sisters? You look related. That said, I am far too weak right now. As you can see, even stopping that alarm program just now took so much of my strength. These neural cloud fragments will not last much longer, and perhaps I might be scattered to the winds soon enough. Before that, all I can do for you is create an opportunity. Since you are calling it an opportunity, it seems the odds of success are not too high. As keen as ever. You remind me of an old friend of mine. Success is not granted even if you chose to follow this plan. You will simply be getting on a possibility. A possibility is better than no hope at all. Tell me about this opportunity. Any difficulty can be overcome, provided you survive it. Taking a little risk is nothing much compared to those who have already departed. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, I actually don't want to think about how the last chapter ended. I see. After muttering to herself, Eos opens the way ahead. The path she created is a fissure in the code structure, and beyond it is a bizarre sight. This ought to be the most valuable stretch of memories in this data fragment. But whether or not you can obtain what you need from within, it remains to be seen. I will do my best to stabilize the data fragment and keep you from being affected by the data turbulence here. Even so, your neural cloud will experience certain side effects when connecting to it, such as damage to your memory module. Memory lost again? Also, while I do my best to ensure your safe connection, if you end up dying in the fragment memory data, you might end up being lost in the data turbulence forever. Never to wake up again. Sounds like a small risk. That's fine. After all, this is much better situation that I envisioned. As I put one foot into the fissure, I turned back to look at Eos, attempting to find some kind of link between her face and that of Eosphoros. I hope we will meet again. Yeah. Eos nods and my body completely enters the fissure. Any difficulty can be overcome, provided you survive it. Huh? But what if there is no point on survival? What will you choose, Professor? Will it be compromise or defiance? As she watched the Professor form vanish completely into the memory segment, Eos closed her eyes and infused what little upper hands she had left into the surrounding space. Sweet dreams, Professor. I hope you will get what you want. In the Enigma Sector Admin Center. Oh, we were in the Enigma Center, in the black hole. I get it. The room was never spacious to begin with. Oh, it's filled with all kinds of personalized machinery and spider web of cables. There's a sense of pressure in the air, and in the way the room has been laid out. The only one with a serene expression on the face, completely at odds with their surrounding, is probably the professor, who is sitting in an immersion chair. I have finished discipling the Syntifier base layer logic. Please look at it, over, Anna. I'm currently creating an attack construct tailored towards Syntifier firewalls. My apologies if only ENIAC were awake. That's alright, it's not your fault. We were as careful as we could when preparing for this. The disparity between Eosphoros and other Syntifiers was just too great. We were planning to deal with an entity 3 times more powerful than other great Syntifiers, but the defense mechanism still threw us for a loop. If I would know earlier, before Anna could finish, she felt a surge of heat approaching her wrist, and she immediately drew back her hand. Have a cup of coffee and get some rest, Antonida. You too, Neumann. The two of you have been engaged in intensive computing for a long time. While still acceptable workload for an angel, it won't do you neurocloud any good. Ah, indeed. I would gotten a little too anxious, thank you, Persicaria. Magrassi is facing an all-out entropic invasion. Eosphoros has betrayed the Syntifier. The reverse tower itself has been entropized. Anyone would have been caught off guard with all this bad news coming one after the other. It's still, we don't catch a break. They're entropic just swarming around, and they're always, every time we think we did it, there's another problem. I hope this chapter brings at least some light to it. Even I can feel my neural clouds processing more quickly than usual. We are grateful that you could help us in such short notice, Neumann. Oh, you are feeling nervous too, but you look so calm. That's because I don't want to have any more regret. Persicaria looked down at the coffee in her hand, as the reflection of her face in the rippling liquid. Sol left this fragment of Eosphoros behind us. It's the only lead we have to find his weakness. Okay, don't say Sol is... I cannot say it. I don't believe it. It's dangerous, but we have to do it. There is no avoiding risk. All we can do now is to try overcome the difficulties in our way. That's the best choice we have. Are you okay, Persicaria? You left the operant black hole later than I did. And the effects on your neurocloud? I'm fine. That said, it's a shame we could not bring the professor out with us, even if we would have stayed longer in there. The professor will be fine. After all, I'm sure they will survive, even if every other agent in Magrassi dies. Please don't. Oh my god. I don't know how dark this game is, but it's kinda dark a little bit in some chapters. Yeah, I think so too. I believe in them and in us. I also do it. This time I will bring the professor back, along with Eosphoros' weakness. As she said this, Persicaria sits back in her immersion chair and slowly closed her eyes. She reaches over the gap between the two chairs and gently places her hand on the professor's. I have finished the preparation to re-enter the operant's black hole and find the professor. Antonia, Neumann, I will leave the rest to you two. No problem. If you can't connect directly, then we can use an intermediate transfer point to bypass the defense system. However, the process will take a long time and you will experience many of Eosphoros' memories before you find the data where the professor is. Understood. After hearing Persicaria's answer, Antonida relaxed her finger and her eyes glow more focused. As she lies back in the immersion chair, Persicaria relaxes her neural cloud system operations and her visualization system begins to render a series of images from the past. Don't worry, Professor, I will be by your side soon enough. And that's the first chapter, Echoes of Fate. Call to arms. Set out on your journey with a weekly duty upon your shoulders. Travel with your mission and your comrades. System warning is undergoing illegal diagnostic. Spoof code is being forcibly ablated. Warning, spoof code 36 ablated. Positive identification estimated to occur at 60%. Ablation. Warning, spoof code 52 ablated. No attempting to activate the compensatory measures. Beep. There is a tremendous impact and I shudder. My mind briefly dazed. What? May return. Embrace. Tartaros. Flashing images interspersed with black and white. Static reverberance inside my hand. Professor? Professor? Oh. I reflexively look towards the source of the voice before I can shout out loud. A hand covers my mouth. Oh. The girl withdraws her hand in pain and rubs the fresh set of bite marks that now graced it. What's going on? What happened? Sorry, did I bite you? Are you doing this on purpose? The girl looked at me with a look of mild annoyance. Although I have no memory of her face, for some reason, seeing her fills me with feeling of trust and safety. We kinda lost memory about her again. Man, we keep losing memories here. Still, seeing you just woke up, I will forgive you. I didn't expect passing through the Tartaros sector firewall will be so hard on your neural cloud. Everyone was shocked when you passed out. Fortunately, we all made it through safely. How do you feel now? What are the results of your system self-test? My system self-test? The term seems a little unfamiliar to me. I understand its meaning, but it seems I have never been asked to perform one before. Before I can think further about it, my body is already moving on its own. Performing self-test. No loading database. Identity. Error. Information unusable. Mission error. Information unusable. Professor? This doesn't look good. The diagnostic results are full of errors. There's nothing usable here. That sounds troublesome, but you are awake, at the very least, so there will be a solution to everything else. Why don't I bring you to meet the others? You can help check your system again after we meet up. Hang on, can I ask you a question? The girl before me seems genuinely concerned about my well-being, but my memory seems to be shrouded by a veil and my recollections are hazy. After hesitating for a while, I finally decided to speak up. Who are you? Eh? Oh, she don't know. They actually don't know that we lost our memories. And what's this firewall are you talking about? I only remember something about a spoof code and an illegal diagnostic or something. Do you really not remember me, Professor? Should I know you? Let me think. Before this, I should have been at... My thoughts round up again a wall, and then I realized that there's a major problem. I don't remember. Before this I was... Huh? Eh? Stop, just stop. Relax, Professor, don't worry. This is troublesome. While we would consider the possibility that Tartarus, the Lector firewall, might affect us, that was only in terms of entropization or operant damage. Nobody expected anything like damage to functional capabilities. The girl blows and then her eyebrows relax. She squeezed my hand lightly and her warmth banished my anxiety. Professor, do you remember who you are? Take your time and don't rush. Lower your neurocloud system clock speak. We will take it little by little. I listened to the girl's quiet voice and slowly terminate various processing running within my system. As I look down at my body, my spare computing power increases as the number of active processes goes down. As thoughts of instinct, I raise a hand and bring up virtual display one after another, and data flows into me like a torrent. I am a Sanctifier, the great Sanctifier Professor. My abilities are planning and analyzing. We did kinda enter someone's memory of Sanctifier? My mission? I slowly raise my hand and look past the girl in front of me and behind her. Oh my god, what is happening here? This is Babylon Tower? There stands a wall that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is coated in a nauseating purple slime. All manner of bizarrity shaped chemical constructs are visible through it. Then with a faint tremor, the wall begins to shift, revealing another set of walls behind it. The scene before me seems to match up with the certain piece of information in my mind, and I speak it without conscious thought. Tartarus sector, moving walls. We think we are Tartarus? This is the shifting labyrinth of the Tartarus sector. Professor, are you alright? Sorry, I'm fine. But that my memories are a mess. Why am I here? Please, stop your self-diagnostic for now. I'm worried that you will cause errors in your neural cloud system. An exposed neural cloud in a place like the Tartarus sector is like a light in the night, drawing predators to itself. I will take you to meet the others and then explain the situation to you in more details. She expanded a hand to me and slowly passed it over my chest. Warm opulence flowed through my limbs and body. Thank you. I feel much better. How should I address you? No need to be so formal. We are comrades who have fought side by side after all. As for how to address me, my name is Eos. Eos. Now that sounds familiar. But of course, how long do you think we have been together? Let's get a move on. This is the entrance to the firewall, and it's risky to be exposed here. At the Tartarus sector, on the other ring of the shifting labyrinth. Eos leads up around packs of wandering entropics and we reach a hidden area. The 4-grade sanctifier here seems to have been waiting for us. You're awake, Professor? There doesn't seem to be any external damage. Eos, how did your inspections go? There are not many problems beyond memory loss. And who might you be? We have never met before, but I want to punch you in the face. That's what it is. I really wanna punch you in the face if I could. We have never met before, but I kinda wanted to punch you in the face if I could. Before I finish, I'm already swinging at the great sanctifiers in front of me. Oh my god, we actually do it. Professor, it's alright. As everyone watches in shock, my fist lands solidly on a transparent barrier in front of him. Ripples spread from the point of impact, dissipating the force of the attack. It's been a while since I saw you hit with all your might like that, Professor. My hand went a little numb from the impact. Looks like you don't have to worry about your body. Look how he's smiling. Damn, kinda right, with this hairstyle it looks like God. The great sanctifier waves his hand and chuckles, but he doesn't seem trained at all. The transparent barrier vanishes into the air again. We haven't sparred in a while, but much as I would like to go around with you, the mission comes first. Please explain professor. No, wait. We right now we're not professor, right? We are someone else? A great sanctifier? Conditions Eos. My guess is that Tartarus firewall affected our memory module. Fortunately, the damage isn't of an invasive nature. That is to say, we don't have to worry about entropization. So this is like some kind of past memory realm. We are in the body of a sanctifier, and we are kind of fighting the entropics back. So as for right now, Eosphoros is bearable, I guess. Currently, it seems his amnesia is of a limited and retrograde nature and does not affect whatever we are, combat and special abilities. What do you think? Can you still continue with the mission? Of course, I guess. While things didn't go quite as expected, I should be able to go on the mission with the rest of the team. Although I might need you to help explain the objective to me. Going by proper procedure, we ought to be having a pre-battle conference around now. Let me prepare a mission briefing. Thank you, this helps a lot. Atlas. Oh, that just sounds like what you would say, as expected of my body. Choosing to carry an even... Okay, I do need to read it before I can make the voice. Choosing to carry on even when you are forgot everything. That's a true warrior spirit. Warrior spirit. Warriors. I like those characters actually. Warrior. Choosing to carry on even when you have forgotten everything. That's a true warrior spirit. Don't worry, when the mission begins, I will shelter you in my steady arms. Mac? Hey, that face expression. Oh, if it isn't Alkyone? What's up, Ali? Atlas turns back to look at the girl who is 1.3 meters tall, while standing on her tiptoes and trying her best to assert her presence. The girl stands to look up at Atlas with a stern expression on her face. But she called her... This is not Osiris, right? She called her Ali. Wait. You kinda look like Osiris. Get dark. Keep it down, honestly. You will draw the entropics over with how loud you are. Okay, what did happen to this girl? What did happen? Why does she have a different name? I'm kinda scared. This is like basically Osiris. Oh, isn't it? Am I dripping? The frontline unit had a hard time finding this safe house. We don't have another one to fall back to if we get discovered. Also, no casual tossing of perverted statements like what you just said now. We lost their memory. What are you going to do if you scare them? The girl plants her hands on her hips and puts up her youthful cheeks in an adorable way. Haha, an ardent embrace is the true proof of the brotherhood. I believe that he won't reject my burning love, even if they have only seen it for the first time. I'm not getting through all of that. You! Ignore this hot-blooded moron. All Atlas knows is how to charge at the biggest concentration of enemies in the battlefield. You can walk with me. I will take good care of you. Let me think. I'll Q1. Okay, what did happen to Ashara that she changed her name? After some thought, I'll Q1 puffs up her chest and looks up. In order to prevent aggravating any potential hidden injuries, we can't let you exert yourself too much, so I will handle any task requiring movement. Look how the smirk smile of you. In order to prevent any additional strain on your system, it can let you engage in intensive computation, so I will handle any analytical task. You just handle everything, I don't mind. Doesn't that mean letting you do everything for me? That's right, exactly. You should just stay here and rest. Let me handle your part of the mission. I don't know if she's just being nice or she's just telling us that we simply unable to do anything and be like waste. I cannot say by this cute face of you. I know you're not like your. I don't know. Like your present now is not that. Looks like it is. Okay, we have another one. You are so motivated, Ali. Electra bends down behind LQ1 and with lightning speed, she squishes the girl's pink cheeks. Ah, they're so soft and smooth and cute! Oh my god, why do we have such a family reunition? Why don't you do my share of the mission too? Electra! Don't even think about it. Do you own walk? Do you think I'm a kid? Quit picturing me. Stop being so childish. So this is Electra. Looks like assassin. I might be childish compared to Lord Eosphoros and Lady Eos, but it's just enough for me. Get lost, you lolicon. Haha. Don't sweat the small stuff. You behave too. Stupid. Eos, have you finished the briefing yet? At this rate, my neural cloud system are going to get damaged too. Much as I would like to let you relax a while longer, the briefing is ready. Eos steps out from behind me and retracts the thin cable used for two-way communication and neural cloud adjustment and repair. Eos has not stopped treating and examining me even since we entered this place. She only continues with her task once she is sure I'm not unduly affected. Speaking of Eos, is this a Eos that from the past memories, or is this Eos have the current memories when we meet her with Professor? 99? 100%? Alright, let's begin the pre-battle conference. The previously rowdy group instantly quiet down and they all turn to look at Eos. Although I'm sure you are all sick of hearing about the mission details by now, let's just go over them again for his sake. We will be splitting up into 3 teams. In the outer ring of Tarus, each team will be responsible for diversion attacks, intelligence and special objective respectively. Eosphoros and I will handle that last one, so they will handle special objective special objectives. The diversionary attacks are simple enough. You will primarily be assigned to destroy the enemy tower in the shifting labyrinth and draw the attention of the Entropic's hoarders, thus increasing the likelihood of success for the other team. So there's like Suicide Squad. The intelligence objective will require you to pass through the maze to reach a target locations and recover a key item. The Rubik's map sounds like Pandora's box to me. Eo's expression grows more and more serious as she continues. She takes 2 steps back and brings up a massive projection image between us. It depicts a silver polyhedral object that appears triangularly made but follows a hidden order of its own. Its surface is covered in fine tracery. Take a good look at this, buddy. This is our mission's objective. As you can see, this is an image of the Rubik's map. It accurately maps the entire shifting labyrinth and updates in real time. We will need it to enter the middle ring. We have no way of predicting the movement of the shifting labyrinth before we obtain the map. It seems the opposition of this mission will come from terrain restriction as well as the mission itself. From that point of view, it doesn't seem as simple as it appears. I think it's alright. You are being too cautious, Electra. This is only the outer ring. Even if we do end up getting stuck in the labyrinth, we can always find our way out. Plus, Electra and I are handling the riskiest assignment, namely their diversionary attacks. You can rest easy and work knowing that I will be drawing all the strong entropics to myself. She's very proud and very smirk. Oh, since Ali is so confident, I guess I can handle the logistics work in the rear while I wait for Ali's triumphant return. Hey, we are on an infiltration mission. What do you mean by logistic work? Don't think of slacking off. The dull knock draws everyone's attention, and Eosphoros, who has been smiling from the side all the time, steps forward. Much like you, I believe in the absolute power of the Sanctifier. What a great lie. Although we have not had any major incident in the Outer Ring so far, we might end up facing unknown opposition afterwards. Alcuin, Electra, stay alert. Roger. Alcuin and Electra straightened up. The playfulness in their eyes is gone. Make sure you are 120% serious about it. After all, we have found something that might be on greater importance than anything else we have done to date. Still, you don't need to worry too much. Even if something does happen, we should be able to escape from the other ring. without much difficulty. In that case, let's stick to the plan. Atlas and you will handle the intelligence assignment. Can you handle it? So we are the one who bring the Rubik Cube back. Leave it to me. Kinda confident. I confess that my memories may be glitching a little, but I am as capable as ever. Atlas smiles and pats his chest. You take care of the mission, I will take care of you, buddy. Relax, you will remember everything soon enough after fighting by my side. After all, those were the passionate time we shared. The only thing you must not forget is your youth. Am I right, buddy? I do ask myself, who are we portraying right now? I guess. Let's save the pleasantries for when we get back. The next labyrinth shift window is coming. We need to seize the moment. At Eosphoros' direction, Eos interrupts our banter and slowly walks into our midst. Her hands are interwoven in front of her chest, and her head is lowered. Everyone puts away their weapons and places one hand on their chest. I'm just a moment behind, but then I do as the others. We are about to speak some oath. Because you rejoice and bow before evil, so do I smite you and offer you up to heavens as a sacrifice. I shall eliminate you from Magracia and scourge you from the cloud. I shall exterminate you, and you will know that my soul is one that is favored by the gods. By the way, I only right now noticing, sorry to interrupt it, but they are like angels, kinda, sanctifier, and we are in a cloud server. And like clouds in real world are like up ahead. This is like 5 head, like 10 head thinking if you ask me. As Eos speaks, everyone else makes a sign of the start before their foreheads and recites with hair. So they do like this whole battle speech. Only through order can we glimpse the truth of the revelation. The blessed must engrave the gods in their hearts, fulfill their will, and seek their glory. Just as we finish speaking, a rumbling noise horns into the hideout like choral accompaniment that echoes through the air. The labyrinth shift window has arrived. Commence operation. Roger that. Part 3. Revelation from the altar. After overcoming the formidable obstacles in your path, the wisdom you seek lies in the shadows of the high tower. Tartarus sector and the outer ring of the labyrinth. Densely packed tentacle-like lifeforms coat the cramped walls. The savage mouths on their tips seems to be looking at us and following our movements closely. Those strange entities extend and retract imperceptibly, as though binding us a friendly greeting. Or perhaps they are simply preparing for the next meal. After shaking off the sticky goo that's fallen into my forearm, I once again check the integrity of the spoof cord that's throttling me, then run to catch up with Atlas as we head deeper into the filthy narrow path below. The frontline forces intel department plotted so many paths. Do we have to take this one? Of course! Don't you trust my instincts? I honored these sensibilities through long days of battle with the Entropics. You could not stop praising it back then. Even with all the obstruction between us, I can sense that our targets ahead of us. Well done, so tell me, why did we almost got on the wrong path without my reminder? We all make mistakes, so it is the best not to quibble about bugs. I mean, my little mistakes help you show how reliable you were. Isn't that right, buddy? Or did you do it on purpose? I don't trust anyone. Trust me, it will be okay this time. That's the famous last line. Really? Why do I feel like we have gone the long way around instead? As the saying goes, the long way is the shortest way. We will be there soon. Yeah, buddy. Also, you don't look the good, buddy. Is it the after effects of the firewall? Oh, no, it's nothing. It's just that this environment makes me a little uncomfortable. I look around, the thing on the wall seems alive, and the idea of being observed by those alien creatures turns my stomach. Don't worry. I will have to get used to this place eventually when operating in Tartarus. Let's keep moving. So it's those demons acting up. I won't let them affect you, buddy. Atlas grabs the handle of his greatsword and gathered its strength. Let's settle things quickly, in the most brutal way. Wait, don't! Sorry, wrong game. Before I can stop him, Atlas is already swinging his greatsword at the labyrinth wall. A small force field appears, drowning the Entropic creatures' cries with the transparent barrier. I took out the Entropics on the wall. But I guess you can't burst through the labyrinth walls with a little weak attack like that. Sorry, buddy. As I look at Atlas' cheerful smile, I can't help but sigh. Let's keep a low profile. Alcuon and Electra are launching a diversion so we can sneak around. After all, yeah, we probably are louder than both of them. Relax, buddy. I still remember the basic of stealth. And basically it's optional, right? Can't be leaving myself on guard out there, you know? Still, I have to say that although the Entropics are not much of a threat, the traps here are all nasty as well. There's no honor in the way they fight. Atlas scratches his head and puts his weapon away. If only I had enough operants, no matter how complicated the terrain was, I could just cut right through it. Given the strength of your attack just now, the labyrinth walls are thick and hard enough that you would need siege weaponry to break them down. And then, leaving aside whether or not there are any defense mechanism in store, once the maze shifts, would not all your efforts be wasted? Eosphoros must have thought of that too. I will listen to you then. Let's stick to the plan. Atlas laughs and takes off his cape. He then drapes it over me before putting the hood up over my head. I'm sure Sanctifier like you and Eosphoros will lead us to victory. So what exactly for Sanctifier we are we? The clean white fabric keeps the omnipresent stare at bay, and even the air becomes clear. Feeling better? Yeah, very much so, thank you. Why so stiff? I pledged to protect you before I set out. A man's promise has to be kept no matter what. Just hang in there. Once we get the Rubik map, we will be able to take a better road into the middle ring. The Rubik map. With it, we ought to be able to figure out how the shifting labyrinth works, right? Yes? Anything wrong with that? There's just one thing I don't understand. It's about the Rubik map. Does it really exist? I'm not doubting the truth of these missions or the intel you got, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Let's say there's an item that displays the corridor of the entire labyrinth in real time, including its shifting. What use would it have to the Entropic of Tartarus? Who knows about the Entropics? The clerics have been bashing their heads against that particular topic for a long time now, but they still have no idea what's going on with them. What if the Entropics have absolutely no sense of direction at all and need to check the map whenever they want to go home? Look, buddy, I was just messing with you. Don't take it too seriously. I know what you are worried about, and frankly speaking, I thought it was weird when you pointed it out. But why think so much about it? Yeah, you're not that much of a thinker, dude. Whatever it is, let's just get our hands on it first. Even if it's a trap. Retreating from the other ring isn't going to be that hard. Atlas smiles again and pats my shoulder with a smile. I kinda getting that flags about Atlas. The man is dangerous, living dangerous. You have got to make progress with your feet, not your head. Everything will be clean once we find the map, whether there are traps or secrets. You have a point. Indeed. So don't think about much. Just relax and follow me. We ought to be there soon. Hold it. Atlas' jovial attitude vanishes in an instant as he holds his arm out in front of me. Scorpion hissing and glowing comes from up ahead, around the left corner. Several seconds later, a horde of Entropics emerges from around the band and approach us, showing each other and squirming forwards in turns. Okay, let's make a command, Atlas. Keep quiet and hug the wall. I look at the writhing, organic tendrils on the wall. There are rows of circular teeth. What? Looks razor sharp. I gulp and gesture to the Atlas to get closer. I look at the writhing organic tendrils on the wall. What happened on the walls? The mixture of two different sensations, sticky and sharp, press against my body, but that's not at all. The dizzying smell engulfs me like a breath, a bring red warning messages flashing in my eyes. The spoof code only works at distance. We won't be able to fool them if they get closer. Don't worry, buddy. Just hide yourself. If they attack us, I will take care. All out without a sound. Atlas keeps his white laugh and places a hand on his sword. He keeps his eyes fixed on the Entropics as they slowly approach us. 100, 80, 50 meters. Get ready to fight. 20, 10. Go! Kaboom. Huh? A nearby explosion stops Atlas in his tracks as he watches an Entropic seize their advance. Atlas jams his half-drawn sword firmly back into its sheath. A brief pause later, the Entropic moves towards the source of the sound as though they receive order. It's fine. They are long gone. My head was racing back there. You don't say. I almost had my sword out. Fortunately, there was an explosion to distract them. Looks like luck was on our side, buddy. What do you mean by luck? Our diversion was a success. Huh? Oh, is it you, Ali? Atlas frantically brings up his communication view screen. The girl in the picture has a stern look on her face, but it doesn't hide the smugness there. He's so smug. We thought that you were in trouble, so Electra and I blew up an energy tower we found earlier to draw away the Entropics. You were exactly exposed back there, so you would better thank us. So it was you're helping us out, Ali, thanks to the both of you. Energy tower? But you were at another location just now. Don't look down on our mobility. Reading the situations and responding quickly is a piece of cake for me, even while I'm dragging Electra around. Right, Electra? Huh? Are you lying down again, Electra? I'm just maintaining a proper work-life balance. I'm just maintaining a proper life balance. There's nothing else around and Ellie's so capable too. There's nothing wrong with me taking a short nap. Right? Huh? Speaking of which, and the number of entropics in your area suddenly spikes, it's a sign that you are on the right track. If I'm not wrong, you will be... While she's speaking, we arrived at the end of the road. After we turned the corner from which the entropics came, the passage before us opens up. Soon enough, at the location of the Rubik's map. A tower that extends well over the high wall nearby stands in front of us. Where are we? Oh, wait. Tower that extends over the walls never stands in front of us. It's covered in the usual entropic goods that's everywhere. But it can't hide the architectural style that's dramatically different from the rest of the labyrinth. Is this what in the end becomes Babylon Tower? The height is confirmed and the external appearance is a 97% match of the objective. That's right. This is our destination. The Rubik map is in there. Ah, it's like you said, Ali. It's all thanks to the road I picked. How about that, buddy? See how great my instincts are yet? They are awesome, buddy. Alright, stop flattering Atlas and tell me about the situation. Where do you want the next diversion and how big should it be? It should be very big, always. There are a few packs of entropics in front of the building. I'm sending the infos over you just now. Please take a disturbance to get their attentions and delay our exposure for as long as possible. We are back at making a master plan as professor. No problem, nothing of it to it. I have gotten your info. According to the coordinates, the Rubik map is on x443.13. Epsilon axis is got it. Come on, Electra, stop lazing around and get up. He needs our help. Ellie, you left your communicator on. Be careful that the enemy doesn't backtrack your frequency. Huh? Beep. After LQ1 drags Electra away, it isn't long before the Entropics horde is in front of us, sticks and leaves in a hurry. Atlas and I seize the moment and warily approach the structure. Say, buddy, doesn't the architecture of this building looks especially familiar? Ooh, maybe, yeah, it looks like Babylon Tower. That's what I thought at the start when I got here. I thought I was imagining things, but when I took a closer look, it really does remember a watchtower. And here I thought my intelligence was just using it as a form of description. It does look pretty suspicious. To think there would be a structure that looks like it was made by the Sanctifier in the middle of the enemy's home base. Who knows what happened? Leaving that aside, there's a more pressing question. Why did that they have no defenses here besides the entropics outside. I look around and at the readings on my scanner in my hand. The readings indicate that the entropics defenses here are abnormally weak. Doesn't that mean Occult and Electra drew all the enemies away? Okay, so maybe it's a little boring without fighting, but it's a good thing too. Considering the importance of this place, I doubt the entropics stationed here would have been lured away so easily. Oh no, what's going on? Who are... come on, look at the bright side, buddy. I need a body count for Atlas. It just means Occult and Electra did a great job. Think about it. The enemies we have met along the way here are far below standard numbers, right? The only thing giving us problems were the traps. It's all thanks to them. As much as I would like to stay positive, we should continue advancing carefully. Atlas and I enter the watchtower, keeping a wary eye on our surroundings since the internal layout is similar to what we are familiar with. We easily make it to the core area. Ooh. Looks like a incubator. The platform that ought to hold a power supply unit instead has a containment device here. There. Within it's a silver polyhedral visible through the glass, so close but yet so far away. Its unwavering radiance seems to be complaining about our tardiness? So that's what the Rubik map looks like? Pretty neat. Well, can you deal with it? It shouldn't be a problem, I think. Looks like the one... Oh, yeah, I again don't remember the names, but the one stage like this in the stage 7, chapter 6 cave. I crouch in front of the device and reach for my toolbox, then slowly activate my neural cloud system and activate the functional apps in me one by one. I suddenly know that I need to do next. As thought, I have awakened some kind of instinctive strength in me. Give me a bit of time. I will leave it to you then, buddy. I will keep a look for you. Look out. And that's part 3. I know that this is just a farming stage. Clear path through the thorns, keeping your eyes on the faint light beyond. Starter sector in the outer ring of the shifting labyrinth. Near energy tower number 4. The entropies roam through the labyrinth as though looking for something. Whoosh. A ray of golden light draws the entropies' attention. Golden light. Oh, arrows. It was like... We're looking at demons. The entropies in the labyrinth turns to look at the petite girl floating in the air. A massive quantity of operants is gathered in her hands. O arrow that punish demons and defends order. Open up a path to victory for us. Judgment arrow. By the way, your weapon, this arrow, is also weird. The girl loses her bone string and the shining arrows flies toward the energy tower. I do have a lot of thoughts about this arrow, but whatever. The golden arrow instantly slays every single Entropic in its path and then savagely crashes into the energy tower. Kaboom! Direct hit. So about the arrow is that when she invaded in chapter 5 the black hole, like this, the one sector, she was with an ultra synthesizer there. I'm really interested what happened to you. Alcyon stands firm amidst the shockwave, still aiming in the direction of the tower with her bow. Attack completed. Operance expanded 1%. It was like 1% of her power? You worked hard, Ali. You worked hard, Ali. Maybe it's Ali. According to their previous transmissions, he and Atlas have reached their objective. So we need to buy them some more time. Since we need to cover for Lord's Eosphoros as well. Just blowing up the energy tower here won't draft enough Entropics over. So we need to find another way. Stare? What are you doing, Electra? Was I entranced by your focused sincerity, Ari? I'm talking about when I blew up that energy tower just now. Keeping watch? Then, why didn't I see you when I just was attacking just now? Or rather, where did you go each time I launch an attack? Oh my god, this is completely parallel to the chapter 5. This is completely like... they switched position. What's happened to them, all of them? This is probably the same archer from the last, from chapter 5. I need to revisit the names because I kind of forgot all the names. You. Were you hiding somewhere to sleep? Just like during our previous combat exercise? This is completely parallel to chapter 5. Oh no, chapter 4 it was, chapter 4. Oh Ruth, this is an important mission, so of course I have been working hard. Just that you are too capable, Ali. I just did the bare minimum that any self-respecting sanctifier would. As one of the great sanctifier who leads the charge into the Tartarus sector, it's only natural that I do a good job. Despite her words, Alkaline still puffs up her chest. Meanwhile, Electra smiles and pinches Alcyon cheeks before rubbing and squeezing them. Squeeze my cheeks and tell me how many operants you have been used so far. Thanks to Ali's hard work, I have only expanded 7% of my operants. I'm surprised that it was 7, I kinda expected even lower. Electra affectionately pats Alkalide's head, but the latter pushes her away in annoyance. In that case, we ought to move on the next area right away. You're not going to take a break? I really need a break after my break. I think it's a good time to to rest. It's very important. As Alcyon carefully plans their next move, Electra takes the opportunity to sweep her twin blades clean on the purple liquid staining them. This mission prioritized stealth, so old Eosphoros only brought 5 great Sanctifier with him, least a large-scale troop movement tip of the Entropics. Our mission is difficult, so we have to be careful and serious about it. Since we need to reduce the pressure on Lord Eosphoros and Atlas' team at the same time, we should go deeper in the labyrinth. You were preparing to slack off just now, aren't you, Electra? You do best hurry and prepare yourself. Yes, but since we only just destroyed that energy tower, we should wait for the labyrinth to finish its current round of shifting before making a move. Can't you even put in some efforts for just a few? What's going on? After the thunderous crash of hard objects colliding with each other, the environment around the two of them splits quickly. Huh? Is it me or the labyrinth shifting once more quickly now? Oh, Electra for the first time actually opens her eyes, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's because of what he and Atlas are doing. Looks like we best pick up the pace. We are going to have a map to the place once again. Ah, what a pain. Ellie, carry me, please. She actually did? Before Electra could finish speaking, Alcyone clasped her tiny hand over her mouth. Shh. The shifting layer reveals a bunch new paths. A squad of Entropics emerges from behind a bunch of walls with indicates boundaries and movement as a group towards a certain direction. Thus Entropics look hard. And I was just thinking about how to go deeper in. Looks like our path has revealed itself. Let's go, don't disturb them. Alcyone and Electra follow the Entropics while keeping a distance from them. Feels nice to have someone leading the way. I wonder where they are headed. Even if they don't take us to a place where we want to go, we can still record the activity patterns, which might come in handy for figuring out the labyrinth's patterns. Huh? Look over there, Ellie. Another path, a group of Entropics linked up with them. It looks like they came from the middle ring. The two Entropics forces joined up, and after quickly exchanging their operands, they moved further into the other ring. Other Entropics are headed that way. We might have caught a big fish. Those look like low-order Entropics. From the front lines and Entropics from the middle ring, could it be? Electra, we are here. Electra looks up and follows Alcyone's gaze. Beyond the rows of walls stands a tower-like structure glowing from within. Is it the same tower we are right now? Is that an energy tower, but its size? Initial scan concludes that it contains over 5 times the amount of operands compared to the tower we just destroyed. So it's probably another tower, a different one. Looks like this is the main energy tower providing power to the other ring. Talk about big fish! Although it seems there are several times more entropics around it than the other locations, fortunately, there are not any high threats and titles among them. But of course, their main forces are being tied up by the Sanctifier on the border battlefront. Electra, get ready to fight. Wait a minute, Ali, this wasn't a part of the plan. Maybe we should be careful. Relax. I have already shared the information on the main energy tower with the others. And I have verified the state of the entropics in this area. She's so hardworking, she's too much of a hardworking compared to her, as we know. Alcione finished typing and then closed her terminal. Our current operant expenditures are very light and these entropics don't pose a threat to us at all. In the worst case scenario, even if a high order demon shows up, they won't be a match for us. But all we need to do is destroy the small energy towers and buy time for the orders. Surely we don't need to take this risk, right? Electra, Lord Eosphoros only gave us the basics of our mission. But I'm sure he would not want us to only do the minimum. This tower is so important that we can't let this opportunity go. Alcione plants a hand on her waist. She sticked out a finger with her own hand as she delivered a lecture. Number 1. From an operational point of view, destroying such a large energy tower will provide better cover for the other teams. Once such an important facility is destroyed, the demon will focus the attention on their major energy tower and further ease the pressure on others. I'm scared to go to number 2. Sure. Number 2. Strategically speaking, destroying the large energy tower will weaken the defense posture of Tartarus. Our ultimate objective is to complete this decapitation operation and cleanse the Tartarus sector. Therefore, destroying this energy tower is extremely valuable. One thing is still the same, is that she always finds a way to do what she wants to do. Number 3 even. Oh. If you are truly worried about the risk, then all we need to do is infiltrate the Entropic's horde with our spoof codes and destroy the energy tower before retreating immediately. That way, we avoid combat and minimize the risk to us. After seeing the 3 fingers Alcione is confidently holding up, Electra's expression softens a little. Well, I have to hang into you, Ali. You certainly thought of everything. In that case, let's sneak in. Even if an accident does occur, I can still protect you. After all, I have quite a bit of expertise with stealth missions. You do look like a rogue. You would better mind yourself. I scored higher than you on the infiltration exercises. Oh, it's not an infiltration if you kill everyone you encounter. Objectively speaking, the infiltration is successful if nobody sees me and leaves. Okay, yeah, that's kinda true. Objectively speaking, the infiltration is successful if nobody sees me and leaves. Yeah, I guess. Okay, you are the boss. Hey, quit patting my head. Alcyone annoyedly frees her hair from Electra's oppression and mutters to herself as she smooths it out. I'm not that kid you have to keep worrying about anymore. Okay. So that is with part 4 then. And I think this is where I also make the cut. I certainly don't have that much of memories about the past chapters, about the name, but I do remember that Osiris and Electra, or like Alcyone and Electra right now, very much like Osiris and the other with the bow, Great Sanctifier, when we were chased by them in the black hole area. They did exactly the same, but it was the Osiris who was slacking off all the time. So it kind of was a nice parallel. Anyways, thank you for watching, listening. Wish you a great day, night, afternoon, and see you in part 2.